What a pain in the ass that is. No, the guy had a bandsaw. A steel bandsaw. Santa Claus. Wouldn't take 3 hours to do something like that. I wanted to get a nice cut though. Goddamn grinder. Won't do it. Shit. In there so it can fall between the loops on that thing I'm welding. Measure some more.
Good evening, everybody.
You're not.
Anyway, here I am.
I want to notch this. Notch this into there. Then we'll come back and do some more cutting. There we go. Yeah, just like Stephen's small engine repair. Excuse me, out in BC there. Steve's small engine saloon. Hi Steve, thanks for all the info you've been giving me all the years, and you know, what's the first thing you'd say is what flavor of the flock is it today here? So we're having a Sleeman's 2.0, 5% fun, 2% carbs. You don't get fat, if you stick to this. I like it because it wets my whistle and I can weld all day and I don't get too sloppy. So this is what we're doing today, yeah? We putting little thing on here like this, yeah? And little thing like this. So what I've been doing is I've been filing a V in there. And I've seen Redbeard doing this all the time. And rather be welding Chris. Instead of having it sitting on top instead of having this on top like a bolt going across, just weld it on. I want this cable that's going to come down to be not hindered by anything. So it's best to put this on the inside. So this little pulley the wife found me is going to go on there. And I've been slowly, and I got to take some burrs out of this after, but I almost got this to fit right in there. I'm just a hair out. So that'll sit in there like this. Right in there. You know, and in there once I tapped it right in with the hammer. close. You almost want to have to pound it in there. Bitch. So frickin' close, man. You go too much and you're screwed. Look at that, eh? Frickin' there, ready just to drop right in there. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I gotta go grind this son of a bitch more. I fucking don't like doing it. I see she wants to stay in there now. Look at that, eh? Just a friggin' hair. Maybe I should just keep pounding then. There we go. Of course, she's all cockeyed now, but I don't worry about that. I can always just spread these two in the thing, but that's nice and tight though. That's what you want. Just once I get it uncockeyed, that'll spin in there. And then when you take this receiver, it goes into the F Moto like that. I'll just have this bolted on here like this, with this here. And I'll do it like this. But that would be like this. Okay, and then I can just use that next summer when I don't want to raise and lower my plow. I just unbolt this ball, tear it around, stick it on top, and I'm pulling feelers again. And I never did nothing. I only fixed it. You see what I mean? You just wonder what Willie Nelson's doing right now. Yeah, old what Kim Mitchell's doing right now. I know one thing he might be doing is going for a soda. Speaking of soda, Soda Man, Frank Soda, even had his own soda pop. Seen him in the Beacon, freaking at the Beacon in Calgary one year, about 35 years ago. I lived two streets over. That was on 1A Street, and I was on 3A Street. And you could hear the Beacon. And if it sounded good, we'd just walk down there through the alleys, eh? We get there and we knew John the bartender and everything. I bounce a few cats out once in a while, so I got lots of free drinks and shit. But met Kim Mitchell there, Matt Mingowood lots of times, partied with him. And then Frank Soda comes out with a TV on his head. And he's singing around, he's all muscles and stuff, and his wife, oh, I forget her name, she's a beautiful lady, strong as hell, works out, and he comes out and he blows his TVs right off his head. It's amazing. Anyway, hey Tama Wama, what's up, pup? Here's Tama the Thunder Pup, come to see us. Come on, let's see, come here, chicken. Okay, well, I'm shutting this off. I'm gonna my grinding. I'm gonna go, you know, what, 4 inches? 4 inches. Not like it's gonna be like winding up a whole spool of a cable onto the winch. It's just gonna be letting the plow down and pulling the plow up on rollers. I might patent this, make $1 million. Yeah, let's see if I can spot in Ziveld. Give us another shot. more on the back. Not a little dab will do you. I'm just playing with my heat setting and my wire feed. That sounded better. Well, that ought to do her. Little dab will do ya. Oh, beautiful. Thing of beauty. Right now I'll put her in the cooling box. Let that cool off and have a pop. Cold pop. Like Vice Grip Garage. Yeah, I can't wait to see him finish putting that monster big block in that Chevy. This is gonna work good. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I gotta grind this a bit, and we'll show you what it looks like all painted up and groovy, like over and out. F Moto, and that's a 2021 U Force 1000, and it's a thing of beauty. And I gotta retape this, but this is where I put my. I gotta retape this. I got it snuck around in the summer. Anyway, it's right on the emergency brake lever. I got tons of extra cord. If I gotta just untape that, I can, when I go out in the trails or bush. But for plowing snow in the winter, which is now, and it's snowing, and it's going to be here for whatever 4 or 5 months, I'd use this for my up and down. So it's easy. I can drive back and forth and plow snow with a 72-inch plow, the wind zone. from Leisure Cycles in North Bay, Derek, and his Dominoes. The only thing, when they built these big giant plows here, I mean, I've had Hondas and Can-Ams and Polaris plows, and crawling underneath every year with my poor back. I'm 65, surgery, knees, back, you know, this, that. It's hard. So this here is the cat's meow. These plows, you just drive right up, and they just click right in like this plow. If you put it on like a cinder block or just a piece of wood, what's light now, I just lift it up with my hand with this here. This is how you disconnect it. And you just drive up, and that one clicks on there, and that one clicks on there, and you're done. You take this. You take this here. And it just hooks right onto there. Right there like this. And you're done. Go plow. But the way this winch is, I noticed the cable would rub on here. It would rub on there, and I plowed and I hit so hard that this whole thing bent. This thing bent downwards, just a little bit though, enough to notice it. So I had this piece of metal from an old farm implement, and I just tack welded on it. Look at my welds. That's when I had flux core. But it's on there good and all that. It's not even welded to that. And of course I disconnected the bender before I did any welding. That's why my clock wasn't reset. But anyway, if it ever comes to where I'm going to be too hard on it, and now I know I'm not to push that hard. You know, when you push your load of snow, get up here in Ontario, northern Ontario, and you get the rain and the snow, and it's heavy, man. It's like pushing friggin' cement. But now I know I'll just back off, and I'll lift the plow up before I come to a screeching halt, and I won't bend that anymore. But this will help brace that. But what I've done now is I made a nice little, like I told you a long time ago, I would make a roller for the cable to roll in, and it goes into the trailer receiver hitch. And instead of cutting one up like I was gonna do and make a special one, I thought, I know what to do. The wife found me a beautiful little pulley, and I just got done with it. I painted it last night, let her dry nice, and there she be. So this was just, you know, on some of those trailer hitches, like the one I got on a Honda, for instance. It's you know, one of these ones. So that would have went onto the back of the. This would be on the bike itself, and then this would go up to where the ball hitch was, which I think I got what's left of that part somewhere around here. Yeah, the part I used. So this was on there somehow, you know. So what I did is I just took that, I cut the ends, I cut this with the hacksaw, and then I took that bolt, and this thing spins in there. I got it as straight as I could, but it doesn't really matter because it's the winch is the cable's going to move a bit, right? So this will help feed it. Of course, that paint will come off, and I'll put a little grease. But to save from cutting or wrecking anything, I don't have to wreck anything. I just take this now, and I'll use this. This will go under here, and I checked it all out, so that won't even come into a play anywhere. And I can go this way or this way. And that's kind of why I went like that. And then I just put this on here. That's my bolt I'm going to be using is all it's for. And then of course I don't lose it. And I am going to put a little bit of grease on there. Alright, I think if I had any what do you call that? Stuff that's in pencils. You know, put a little grease on stuff like this. to help keep that. It's the opposite of Loctite. And I greased the inside of that receiver where this goes. So I can reuse this. And tighten that up. This that'll spin nice, and that'll look good on there. I just gotta tighten this thing up on the. I like to just put it right in my vise. Put it right in the vise. Couldn't believe that friggin' handle come off my vise. Little ends there. I've never seen that before. Bitches around 30 years in the railroad. Okay, so now for my next trick. Let's see if this will work. So, once I could see what I was doing. Cameraman around here, but that ain't never gonna happen. Okay. I'm going to take this puppy. I got that all greased in there. Sliding it in. Cable, you son of a bitch. Yeah, you always wear freaking gloves when you're playing with these goddamn cables. You'll rip your hands all to shit. Every time you'll get burrs and things on there. That's what screwed it up the first time on that. Before I realized it, well, it was fine when I first hooked it up, but as you plowed, things move and bend and stuff, and it burrs the friggin' cable. I'll put that through there. Got a little out. That's the thing of beauty. And that everything clears just right. Nothing touches. And when you're plowing, you're only going up a couple of inches at a time. You know, you're going up maybe what? Well, let's try it. Let's see. Put the camera right on. The camera doesn't lie. Okay. Out. See that? Up. See, look how high you go with that thing. Look how high the plow is off the ground there now. I mean, you know, that's high. That's high as the bloody headlights in there. But you could go higher if you got, let's say you got to get up onto a trailer or a ledge or something. Take it right up. There you go. I even got a bit more too if I had to. Look at that, eh? That's high, man. See, I got the evil eyeballs. I didn't prep it too good that winter when I first got this. Because it was the night I brought this home from Leisure Cycles in North Bay, 3 hours away. It was snowing so hard I could barely get up my driveway. Then we unloaded this off the trailer, and of course, you know, I just used this thing to burn around and plow. Everything was awesome. But yeah, so that's going to work out nice. And I can make one for you for the small low cost of $49.99, $100 shipping. Anyway, so that's groovy. Let's load this down again. It stays right in there too. Now that, I think, is a thing of beauty. Now I'm all ready to plow, and I don't waste any hitches. And come summertime, I'll just unbolt this, put that in the drawer for next winter, turn that around, put it back on. I got my ball hitch back. Because I got a bunch of these things. I got a bunch of these things. But these things, I think, are a little bit fatter than what this is. And you know, you could grind it all down, but then what are you going to do when it goes back to your other vehicle? You don't want to, why rack this one? That's perfectly good, right? I actually got to have a few of these because everything I own is a different friggin' shape. So, you know, if I'm doing my boat, it's got to be on, this ball has to be coming out the top because the boat's higher than what the truck is. And then if I'm doing the skidoo trailer, it's like this. So I know they got multi ones. When I looked at Canadian Tire, they're $180. So I got this one here out of the bargain finder for I don't know, it was I think it was a garage sale for $8 or $9, $10 or something. So, but anyway, yeah, that's a thing of beauty. And they call that a cantilever or something, where when it's pulling like that, straight up and down, I believe it's easier on the winch. I don't know if it gives you more pulling power or something, but I don't think it strains it as much, because even when I press the button, it hardly feels like it's pulling on nothing, eh? I like to leave mine at rest when I'm not driving it, like all the way, like this. See that? I just leave it at rest. I don't think it hurts it, but I like to leave mine at rest when I'm not using my winch. And I think now I'm going to, graphite, that's what I was trying to think about. I got a bottle of spray graphite, and I'm going to spray the cable. But I got to read about I can't remember what you spray in the winch. I got to go back and listen to Redneck Garage and see what he says about doing that. He's got a whole show on how to service and take care of your winches, so. He might be crazy, but he ain't lazy. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to see Redbeard get into some of these things and do some cool fabbing. And I know they like making their own stuff, which is super cool, and that's what I've been doing all my life. Look at this here, man. 65 years old. I started when I was 13. It took me to the age of 65. And I built this little doodlebug drag bike. 8-inch stretch. Brother-in-law helped me cut it in half, and he made all of the metal parts to put it back together. And it's a stage 1 from Go Power Sports. Now I'm 290 pounds and 6 feet. And you know, all these kids, you know, stage 1, man. Well, I got to get a cam. I got to get a billet rod. I got to get this. I got to do the governor and all that. You know what? This motor from Go Power Sports out of the box. And I ordered that pipe, which is the trumpet pipe, but it's loud as hell. But if you're at a racetrack, that's what you want. Around here, man, it's too noisy. You got to put a muffler. Well, not here. I live out in the middle of nowhere, but if you lived in town, the cops would be on you like flies to shit. You know what I'm saying? But this here, this bike, this motor, this stage 1, I guess it's around 13 horse or something. And I'm telling you, this scares the snot out of you. This is any kid that thinks this isn't fast enough is you're fucking dreaming. Because it's the bike. I think the whole thing with the motor and the frame, I think it's like 40 pounds. So I'm 290. Imagine a little kid that's like whatever, 80, 90, 100 pounds. This thing could be doing wheelies all day long. And this thing goes 75 kilometers an hour with me on it, or 45 miles an hour. When a stock mini bike, the one that came with the 3.5 horse, I think it went 18 miles an hour. So 18 to 45 or 47 miles an hour. And you're that far off the ground on those little wheels. I'm going to tell you, it's fun. It's crazy fun. I dig it. Anyway, here's the old Pontiac. I got the new fuel pump coming from John Wolf in New Jersey. This is the old one here, and she's toast. She doesn't do nothing. Doesn't even make any noises. It's toast. But anyway, it's been pumping up and down on this car since since 57. So got that coming. I got the new red. I got the water pump is rebuilt from Walker's and Stewart in London, close to London, Ontario. Got the new carb from Mike's Carbs in somewhere in the States somewhere. Yeah, it's coming along, and then I just need some body parts for this couple of little weld up jobs I got to do back here. That little spot there. You can see right down to the floor, but it's the only spot like that though. It's weird. The trunk of this thing is mint. Well, I got it full of crap now because I got no room in this friggin' place, man. I'm telling you right now, you kids, if you ever build a garage, make it 100 by 100 with 20-foot ceilings. See, the trunk on this thing's mint. There's no rust at all on this at all. So it's getting new shocks this winter. Whatever brake stuff I need. I got those. Finally found those little caps there. Right here. And the guy that owned it was trying to fix them. He's got a little body filler on there. I don't know. That's what he's doing. I'm not too sure I'm gonna go fixing that. I wonder if I can. See, this is the only place they rot out, it seems, down by the ground. And what these things here, these go on here. See? And that one's got, looks like it's got a place for 4 bolts, unless that one's missing, but this goes on here like this. They just cap that off nice, eh? Just, look at that, even stays there. Beautiful. So that'll look a little nicer with that on there. I think with the V8 car, the mufflers came out of there. I'm not sure. But we could check it out. Anyway, I think that's about it. I got that part done now. If it snows like a bugger, I wake up to 1.5 feet of snow, I'm ready to go and plow. I'll just spray some of that graphite on there and Bob's your uncle. So anyway, oops, better put this back. I know the dog will knock that off or something. Okay, so anyway, this is the Gabster, still recording or not. Anyway, this is the Gabster for FTFM Garage. Fix that friggin' machine garage. Keep your stick in the ice. Your right hand's cranked. Over out. See you, moto boys. Rock and roll, rock and roll.